Choosing 1 June Street is unusual. It's arranged. June 1st is not like any other day. It was inscribed into your tale before you ever drew your first breath. This isn't simply another page in the calendar. It's a heavenly milestone in your spiritual journey that is converging on this day. Timing, a promise, and alignment. June 1st has been designated by higher realms to disrupt the routine, modify the direction, and declare something only heaven could plan. You may not have seen the warning signals earlier, but now is the time to pay attention. You are being woken, and this moment is about accuracy rather than chance. It's about an invisible plan that is coming together, and your name is all over it. Before we continue, please remain with us until the finish of this video. There is an energy in this place that multiplies every purpose. And as part of the divine alignment, write your sincerest wishes in the comment section below, followed by the numbers 777. That number isn't just a figure. It's a key, indicating to the cosmos that you agree with destiny. When you put your one into the flow, you don't simply say it. You activate it. Let it be known. Speak freely. Then prepare for it to move. Now, choose one like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. Let we begin. June is not a passive month. It does not happen silently in the spiritual world. This day has the energy of heavenly orchestration. It's a prearranged meeting between the old you and the improved you. The worn version of your existence is peeling away. The uncertainties that have remained like fog are being cleared. The diversions that have kept you wandering are being removed on this day. You're not merely alive. You are in agreement. An alignment is what propels far from heaven into action. When you are aligned, things happen without effort. They occur in a natural sequence. Things do not come late. They come with heavenly speed. There are times when the sky draws closer to the ground. Moments when the curtain is thin and the air around you has the scent of breaking through. June 1st is the type of day where you don't have to force open any doors since they've already been ordered to unlock. A day when the spiritual vaults containing your blessings begin to open. Not because of your efforts, but because of your alignment. You have waited. You have walked through storms. You've kept pledges in quiet. But suddenly the stillness is breaking. Something holy is being released into the environment with your name on it. You may feel weary. You may have become numb during the wait. However, divine appointments do not depend on how powerful you feel. They depend on how prepared heaven is. And heaven is ready. The energy surrounding you may have seemed static, yet activity has been occurring under the surface. This is the day of the rise. This is the day when what was previously concealed is disclosed. Not because you begged for it, but because you deserve it. A spiritual due date has been met. That is why June DH could not arrive quietly. It has to come with purpose. This is no coincidence. This is not exaggeration. The signs, nudges, and synchronicities you experienced prior to now. These were preparations. They were warnings in reverse. Not of danger, but of fate. You've been feeling something, perhaps without having the words. And now the day has arrived. June 30th is not about what is coming to an end. It's about the beginning. You're shifting to a new frequency. A frequency at which things find you, where help occurs before you ask, where clarity emerges before uncertainty has a time to remain. June 1st conveys a sound that you may feel in your spirit rather than hear with your ears. The sound of doors creaking open. The sound of heavenly approbation. The sound of your individuality returning to you. The delusions that sought to cling to you are slipping away. Misconceptions about who you are, what you deserve, and how strong your life is becoming. These misconceptions are being replaced with heavenly recollection. You're being remembered in high places. Your name is resonating in the divine chambers. The favor that was prepared for you is now being released. This is the moment to become the person you were intended to be. Nor in pieces, nor in a battle. In perplexity, yet with courage, certainty, and grace. You've gone through enough to deserve this moment. The agony was a preparation. The loss was due to pruning. Waiting was not punishment. It was about placement. You had to let go of what was not yours in order to accept what was always yours. The exchange officially starts on June 1st. What you lost in the desert is being reclaimed in the Promised Land. What seemed to be rejection was really redirection. And the route you thought was forgotten is suddenly lighted by heavenly light. Don't be shocked if today it seems different. Don't dismiss the indications, the unexpected breakthroughs, the abrupt news, or the moments of tranquility that appear for no apparent cause. These are not random. These are confirmations. They indicate that what was previously communicated in spirit is now being given in the natural. The demonstrations of June Street do not yell. They confirm. They whisper. It's time for them to softly nudge you and acknowledge your presence. Even if others don't see the change yet, you will. Because when God sets a day, He wakes your soul to realize it. There will be clarity like you've never experienced. The questions you've been carrying will begin to unfold. The delays you didn't comprehend will make more sense. Your judgment will improve. Your bravery will increase. Your tranquility will return. Not because your surroundings changed, but because something inside you awoke. That is what an assigned time accomplishes. It does not just modify your circumstances. It alters your consciousness. You start to move, talk, and expect differently. Because you are no longer waiting for a breakthrough. You've walked into it, even if it seems tiny now. Believe this. Appointed times often come in simple packaging. However, the ripple effect is immense. You may begin today with a simple affirmation, but by the conclusion of this chapter, your whole world will have changed. Observe how others begin to react to you. Observe how things you previously fought now begin to surrender. Watch how chances begin to come your way. Because when the skies decree a time, all of Earth must coincide. One of these alignments is June Street. Yes, after years of solitude, it is the extended hand after seasons of scarcity. The divine does not follow calendar dates. It proceeds at predetermined intervals. However, there are occasions when a certain day serves as the canvas for heaven's greatest work in your life. That is what June 1st represents. A canvas, a spiritual timestamp, a symbol that what has been buried in waiting is finally being brought to fruition. The cosmos does not waste words, and this day sends a powerful, prophetic echo into the lives of the selected. Even if your brain attempted to convince you otherwise, you knew it deep within. You sensed a change, even if your emotions attempted to keep you stuck in the past. But now everything is catching up. The environment is catching up with your anointing, while your reality is catching up with your calling. The chosen one. There are times when you need to intervene rather than argue. This is one of those occasions when you struggled, prayed, suffered, matured, and developed. Now June ST encourages you to enter and acknowledge that you are no longer in the same position, level, or spiritual state as previously. You've moved beyond the season of delay and into the realm of release. You've gone from cycles to clarity. You are no longer living on spiritual leftovers. You are now being offered what was divinely reserved. You've entered the area reserved just for you. It cannot be claimed by a competitor. No shadow can stop it. Everything about this moment is deliberate. The correct doors are opening. The wrong doors are shutting. People who will shape your future are attracted to you. Conversations you never expected to happen are becoming a reality. Solutions emerge before the issue can be resolved. Sentence. This isn't luck. This is not a random event. This is spiritual technology. A divine arrangement that began before you had the vocabulary to express it. What you believed was being postponed was in fact being developed. Sometimes the most powerful things are unseen until they are unavoidable. That is why June is not a public holiday. It is a spiritual transformation. You may not have streamers or fireworks, but something within you understands that this day is special. Your soul is saying that something has just shifted, a wall has fallen, a chronology has sped, the waiting room has become the delivery chamber, and childbirth does not occur in quiet. It comes with signs. Contractions shift and suddenly thrust forward. That is exactly what is occurring in your life right now. The designated time does not need perfection. It merely asks about your position. Can you turn up prepared? Can you maintain your openness even when you're nervous? Even if your history attempted to harden you? Can you believe that what you see isn't all that is being put up? God's timing is seldom comforting, but it is always purposeful. You do not need to know every detail. You merely need to ensure that you're picked and the chosen ones do not miss their set times. June 1st unlocks new rhythms, visions, connections, and interior capabilities. The version of you that questioned, played small, and waited for permission, that version is vanishing. It cannot thrive in this environment. This place is too sacred. This is an appointed time. You are currently asserting your power. There's also authority. It does not knock. It walks in. It does not shrink back. It takes up space. It does not beg to be seen. It sparkles naturally. That's who you are today, not who you are becoming. Who you already are. June 1st is just the beginning. This is your personal escape and departure from cerebral limitations, emotional weariness, and spiritual delays. You are leaving patterns that were not intended. You're getting rid of the attitudes that made you doubt your value. You're stepping away from views that attempted to confine you. This is not a revolt. It's been released. You're not fleeing from anything. You are racing into your own becoming. That's appointed days. Are they calling you forward? They make everything that doesn't fit fall away. And sure, it will be unfamiliar. Yes, it could even be lonely. However, do not mix loneliness with misalignment. Sometimes separation is essential before elevation. Do not expect everyone to comprehend your allotted time. It was not handed to them. It was handed to you. Others may see the findings, but only you are trusted with the information. You are carrying something holy, a heavenly mission, and spiritual advancement that can only be unlocked by obedience. And June is the key to the ignition. The environment around you is changing as your energy changes. You are thinking differently. You're paying closer attention now. You are discriminating with increased clarity. That is not an accident. That is alignment. Alignment is not limited to the skies. It manifests in your behaviors, words, and decisions. What you're drawing now is a result of what you've endured, and more significantly, how you've remained committed to the wait. This is not a prize for attempting to be flawless. It's a recognition of your genuineness and perseverance. The cosmos remembers faith, and faith does not die. It amplifies the power of June when the clock is not ticking. It is in the gate, opening a spiritual entrance. You've passed an invisible boundary. You have walked through it. Whether you sensed it or not, something had already occurred. And now it's up to you to step up, to speak from it, to anticipate from it. There is a new frequency being released into your name, one that will be recognized in rooms you have not yet visited, one who will summon things that have previously fled from you, one that will attract the blessings you formerly had to seek. The evidence may come in slowly at first, a chat here, an idea there, and a surprising confirmation from nowhere. However, the momentum is clear. What starts as silent acceleration will conclude with obvious visibility. People will wonder how this occurred. They will ask how you knew, but you will not have to explain. Appointed moments do not need explanations. They have their own evidence. And others who were supposed to walk beside you on this next level will sense it as well. The selected ones always identify each other throughout the transition. So take a breath. Stay grounded. This isn't a dream. This is no coincidence. This is what it's like to move in harmony with divine orchestration. You are at the designated hour, and the spiritual world has already replied. Heaven has already sent relief. The doors are open. The road is obvious. All you need to do now is stroll through. The moment you totally enter your designated time, everything that was before unknown starts to take form with remarkable clarity. The fog lifts. The shadows of self-doubt fade, and the whispers of what if are smothered by the thunder of, this is it. This is not just your imagination. This is how your anointing responds. When heaven makes an appointment, it preps you from the inside out. You start feeling things before you see them. You begin to know without proof. You begin to react in ways that are utterly at odds with your history, but perfectly in sync with your destiny. June Street is not about pushing a closed door open. It is about acknowledging that the door is already open. Even better, it was never locked to begin with. It was merely waiting for you to be ready. And now you're ready. You are not too late. You have not missed it. Everything has led up to this moment. The agony, the pauses, the almost delays. They were all a part of your spiritual development. You had to grow strong enough to withstand what was now being delivered to you. This day marks a significant change in how you approach your own life. You're no longer responding to what occurs. You are producing based on what is flowing. That's a significant adjustment. It implies you are no longer at the mercy of circumstances. You've entered the flow of divine momentum, and now your inner life is in sync with a larger time. This is not about making things happen. This is about stepping alongside what is currently occurring. You are not striving for favor. You are embracing it. Expect instant clarity. Expect divine interruptions. Expect moments that will profoundly affect your consciousness, making you feel as if time has slowed down especially for you to grasp them. These are heavenly messages reminding you that you are not alone on your journey. You are not working things out from scratch. There is a blueprint being disclosed. A strategy is being put into action. And every step you take today contributes to future discoveries. The atmosphere around June Street is charged. It's as if spiritual energy is in the air. Not everyone will feel it, but you will sense your soul has been taught to discern heavenly alterations while others remain focused on the surface. You've sensed the undertone. You've seen that something deeper is moving, something too holy to be disclosed by others, something too intimate to describe to everyone. This is your covenant moment. This is when what was promised in silence is shown in the open. The distractions you used to deal with are losing potency. The perplexity you formerly faced no longer keeps up with your lucidity. Even your history, with all its weight, seems lighter. That's not an accident. That is an alignment at work. You are being separated from anything that cannot accompany you. And although the release may seem weird, it is holy. You are being set free. Released from expectations that no longer match your energy. Released from roles you were never meant to fulfill. You are no longer compelled to shrink in order to keep safe, free from having to show your value in rooms that never saw you clearly. You are no longer required to lower your lights to make people comfortable. June Street is a line in the sand, a spiritual proclamation that the previous constraints have expired. You are not developing to impress others. You are changing because the next stage of your destiny requires it. There is no turning back now. You've had too much truth. You have seen too much light. You've been through too much to settle. You know this deep inside. Even if your surrounds do not yet reflect the transformation, your inner world is already aware of the reality. You're at your allotted time. You're moving with heavenly rhythm. You are not here to beg for a chance. You are the chance. You are the moment that someone else has prayed for. You are the voice that brings healing. You are the presence that causes rooms to change. You are the proof. That favor is genuine. And elegance is potent. You are a living reminder that allotted time is more powerful than created timelines. There is something unique about this moment. You may not be able to express it verbally, but you can feel it in your body. The ease with which serenity settles on you, the clarity with which your ideas flow, and the grounding of your breath. These are not insignificant things. These are confirmations. You are in a hallowed corridor, a transitional tunnel, and you're nearly done. Do not stop now. Do not shrink now. Don't ask now. Keep going. You are closer than you realize. Getting closer to the release. Getting closer to that solution. Closer to the version of oneself you've been imagining in quiet.